Thank you very much, Chairman, and thank you to all of our witnesses who are here today. I listened to some of these arguments, and it reminds me that we are serving in a body that is only 27% women, and sometimes we have to explain in the capital of the United States of America what life is like as a woman in this country. And the fact that childcare is not a giveaway, it is not money that is thrown away and set on fire, but for anyone who is concerned about price increases, inflation, etc., it's probably important to know the role that women and childcare play in all of that. We see headlines all the time about quote unquote labor shortages, which I think many of us would argue are dignified wage shortages, dignified job shortages, which make it impossible to work. But I am the daughter of a domestic worker, and I grew up doing my homework in strangers' houses while my mom vacuumed and cleaned and did what needed to be done. The United States is the only country in the OECD that does not guarantee any paid family and medical leave to its citizens. And yet we come in here every day and people act as though it's impossible. We are the only developed country that doesn't do this. We have a shortage right now, a quote unquote what is called a labor shortage. But we know that this labor shortage, and the shortage of workers, is concentrated disproportionately among women and people of color. Correct, Dr. Holder?
That is correct, Congresswoman.
Now, if I'm a mother, and let's just use New York City statistics, for example, where the median income in New York City per capita is about $39,000. Median. That's not even a working class or low income community, that's median. The median cost of childcare is $16,000 in New York City. Now, that's just childcare, $1,300 a month. Then there's transportation costs, then there's the increased cost of food because you need to pick something up on the way home, you don't have any time, you're working a job, you need to pick up your kid. It's not even worth it to work to go to work. It's too expensive to go to work for a woman to go to work, or any child-giving parent. Isn't that correct, Dr. Holder?
That is correct, Congresswoman Ocasio Cortez.
So most working and most stay-at-home parents, caregiving parents who are disproportionately women, who are already not paid equally, who are already paid cents on the dollar, and Black women and Latina women especially paid pennies on the dollar compared to men, then have to look at this and have to look at $1,300 a month in childcare, and they're making a rational economic decision to stay home. So then we see about how prices are increasing because we don't have labor who's able to take care of our supply chain issues, stock stores, keep stores open, etc. So childcare can actually address a bottleneck to reduce prices in the United States. Would you say that that's a fair point worth investigating, Dr. Holder?
Yes, Congresswoman, I would say that, indeed.
And secondarily, to Ms. Ai-jen Poo, I want to talk about immigrant women in childcare and domestic labor in this country. Not only are the provisions investing in universal childcare, I think, critical for all women and all caregiving parents of all genders to be able to re-enter the workforce, but what does the prospect and the potential, if the Senate is able to override the parliamentarian and provide a path to citizenship, what could that also do in terms of the implications for our labor force and our supply of dignified work and childcare and domestic work in this country?
It would help make care jobs good jobs because we would be able to we would be able to establish and enforce a floor of good jobs in the care sector. Right now, immigrant women are disproportionately concentrated in childcare jobs, in elder care jobs. A third of the home care workforce is foreign-born. There's actually no way that we can take care of American families in this country without immigrant women and without immigrant women having secure jobs. And those secure jobs will enable us to secure all care jobs, which will enable us to secure the entire workforce.
Thank you. And with that, I hope the committee perhaps has a sliver of a better understanding of what it's like to be a woman in the United States of America. So thank you very much, and I yield.